Crack-a-lackin', my friends, it's Guns for Hire from NextGenTactics, and I'm here to talk about the multiplayer features video, which was an Xbox Live exclusive. Microsoft, you're always getting the good stuff. Anyway, I did actually watch it a while ago. It's one of our fans, and I apologize, I can't remember who, but they did send us a comment, and I watched it right away. I don't know why I didn't do a video on it, or review on it, because, you know, I watched it again and again last night, because it was officially posted. For those of you that missed it or haven't seen it, it's officially posted on the Call of Duty YouTube channel, so you can easily go there. And again, of course, I will put the link to it so that you can actually see it. I actually really enjoyed it. I mean, I enjoy all of this. I already know it's going to be a kick-ass game, but it's easier to sort of stay on that front line, to stay on that bandwagon and start cheering Black Ops, Black Ops, you know, when you see videos like this and you hear them talk about it. So it's kind of reassuring. And for those of you that are sort of teetering on the edge, definitely watch it. I mean, it's showing you aspects of the Call of Duty franchise that weren't there, and it gives you a sense that they actually are listening to us. They're listening to the community. They're trying to do their best to fix it. This is a huge game. You can't just, you know, revolutionize the entire the way that the game presented, because the game as it is the reason why so many followers are on it and playing it. Now, that being said, let's get into that demonstration, that multiplayer feature, because there was a lot of features on there that they were talking about. The one thing that I like, and we've known this before, but the kill streaks, but they've gotten a little bit more, and they've shown a little bit more in this video. The kill streaks can't be stacked. In Modern Warfare 2, you know, you would get a Harrier, and it would promote camping, which is kind of like what I'm doing on my agency, where I'm trying to get a handgun-only nuke. And really, the way to do that, because a nuke is 25 kills, the way you do it is you get a Harrier, you camp, you let the Harrier do its work, then you have your chopper gunner or your Pavlo or whatever, you let it do its work, and you don't risk yourself going out and getting more kills, and then you get the nuke. So what they've done is they've taken that ability to stack those kills away. If you got a 7 kill streak and you unlock the kill streak for that, those kills do not count towards the next kill streak. You still have to go out there and actually shoot someone or stab someone, blow them up with your C4 in order to get to the next kill streak. So that's a beautiful way to do it. And like they said in the video, it reduces or hinders camping. Because there's no point, if you want that next kill streak, there's no point in sitting back letting that kill streak do its job, because it's not going to help you. If you want that next kill streak, you're going to actually have to go out there and hunt for it. And that's a brilliant way to do it. It's going to reduce the chaos, or at least give the other players in a game the opportunity to kill that piece of crap that's dominating everyone. And hopefully that piece of crap is this guy right here. I want to get a lot of kill streaks. I want them all. So anyway, that's a nice thing. The other really nice thing that I noticed, and even though it's kind of a small thing, I thought when I was watching, I was like, that is really, really cool. And the fact is you have more control over the kill streaks. Rather than saying, you know, here, do a primary hit here and good luck, there you go, like an attack chopper, you know what I mean? Like you call it in and it just sort of hovers all around the place. If you want that attack chopper to cover a certain area, and this is great if you're a strategic player, which is what we do at NextGenTactics, we create tactics. So now, suddenly kill streaks is an entire new area where we need to actually create strategies for you guys, saying this is a prime location to launch an attack chopper because of the crossways, because most people come through here. So there's a whole new legion of videos that we're going to have to put out optimizing your kill streaks, because it's no longer just call it and let it go here. It's going to be like, you know what, cover this area here and let it do its work. Mortar strikes, 3 different strikes, making it precise. Brilliant, love it. And you see the chopper gunner, where you have the mounted gun, the mounted minigun, and you have way more control over that. I think that's brilliant. It adds to the game. It makes it way more enjoyable, because it's getting you more interactive with the actual kill streaks, rather than just sort of calling them in and continuing on your business. Sorry. The other aspect that I really, really do like on this, and I think this is more for strategic players, players that actually communicate. And in deathmatch, it doesn't usually happen. However, in Search and Destroy, which I don't know if you're new to our channel, Spiderbite and myself are primarily Search and Destroy players. We both absolutely love it. It's the most strategic game that you can play on Call of Duty. And it's very frustrating at times if you haven't gone around, if you haven't played really highly competitive games like game battles, you generally don't have callouts. Like in Call of Duty, say Crash, say the blue room. You say they're in the blue room, second floor blue room. You know what I mean? That would mean there's, you know, a particular building, and I mean, most of you guys would know that by now. But usually it's the competitive gamers that have come up with these terms, and then they slowly spread out. But with the Black Ops, what they've done is they've done a grid formation, which I think is brilliant. When you're watching it, if you're in a certain grid formation and you've got heavy resistance, especially during search, instead of saying, I'm in that building that's white near, there's a rock outside and there's a, and then you're dead, and then they're like, dude, what? The hell is that? What? There's white buildings everywhere. Now there's a grid location. You can say, I'm in C4, we have heavy resistance C4, or whatever, however nerdy you want to get. Like, oh my god, we got a hostile C4, negative Ghost Rider, the pattern is full, block it off, proceed to button 1-3. Whatever you want to do. If you want to get all super nerdy, you can do that. But the point is that you can get very detailed and actually assist your teammates in letting them know, and then they can quickly pull up the map and say, okay, right there, Boov, I got it, you stay here, you cover the bomb, I'm out. And then they go. So this is amazing. These are really, really good, subtle, but really good changes to the actual overall game. The other thing I notice, and this sort of goes back to another thing I'm always harping about, I know it's like I'm in bed with Treyarch. Don't get me wrong, I absolutely love Call of Duty 4. It's not that I hate Infinity Ward by any means, but there was too many problems, and I know I say it again, I'm like a broken record, too many problems that weren't fixed with Modern Warfare 2. Good concepts, just didn't play out well in the game. And I still play Modern Warfare 2, so don't get me wrong. I still play it, I still like the game, there's just issues, that's it. So I'm a huge fan of Call of Duty 4, which is Infinity Ward, but Treyarch's ability to create maps that seem to be not just large, but actually contain really good pathways and routes and abilities to mix up snipers, assault rifles, SMGs, a really good mix. And the what is it? I can't remember. One of the ones with the church with the steeple. A great, superbly developed map. Lots and lots of places to go in there. Lots of different levels. Lots of different routes. You know, even if they're watching certain areas, there's always a way around it. And then you get certain games where you've got, say, Wasteland. Don't get me wrong, it's not that I hate Wasteland. I actually hate Afghan. I don't know why. It's probably because I get my ass handed to me every single time. But anyway, Wasteland, there's really not much opportunity. It's a very large, expansive map, very sort of favoring snipers. Of course, you know, you got to have all your maps and everything like that. But the problem is there's really not much to it. You've got the trenches, but you've got vast open areas, and that's it. A couple of places to lie down, and I know that's what they intended for it, but what I'm saying is Treyarch would design maps like, God, I can't even remember the name from World at War. Huge map with a center complex, but very easy to manipulate around the outsides, manipulate through the middle, but still super long sight lines where snipers could hit up on either end, and to make a shot right across the map, near impossible, even for a sniper. So they've made huge maps, but they've designed them properly. And looking at these maps, I know I'm rambling on about this, looking at the maps that were in this multiplayer feature video, I look at it and I'm like, wow, that is friggin' awesome. You've got, and it's near the end. Look near the end of the video and you see them, you know, don't watch the guy, but look at how the actual game is developed, the town that they're in, and you can see the laneways or the roadways there. Great opportunity for snipers to be at either end of those laneways for long sight lines. And what you're going to do is you're going to get cross traffic, people going in between the actual alleyways. But at the same time, if you time it right, you push or kick the dude in front of you out into the alleyway, he gets shot, which triggers the sniper, then you run. I'm just kidding, don't do that. I might try that, but don't do it. That's not good gameplay. Or say, okay, you go! I'll follow. Those are always the funniest moments. I actually do that as a technique. If I'm running up to a certain area and I know that it's a bad sniper laneway, and I know there's a couple of dudes behind me, I will purposely act like I'm scared and crouch down just at the corner where they go, wait for them to go, triggering the sniper, drawing their fire, and then I go. And I know, and a lot of times they do die and everything like that, but that's if it's random. If it's my teammate's NGT Elite, then typically I don't do that. Sometimes I do. It's kind of funny. But anyway, unless we're playing competitive, then we don't do that. But anyway, back to the town. You look at the town, look at the levels, look at the alleyways and everything there. Very, very complex. Great for SMGs. If you love run and gunning, you're going to love the designs. If you love sniping, you're going to love the designs. Assault rifles, again, love the designs. These maps, I guarantee you, you're going to have a lot of fun with them. They're not going to cater fully to one particular skill set, you know what I mean? And what I like about them is there's a variety of them. They always will put in some giant map that you're just like, whoa, that map is huge. But they do it perfectly. They do it so that it's well balanced. It's all about balance. I know if you haven't seen it, Balance and Order, I'll put a link to it, but that's what I talk about. It's talking about their ability to balance everything. It's not just balancing of weapons, but they balance the kill streaks, balancing the maps. It's important. There's so many aspects that we don't generally think about or we don't talk about, but Balance and Order applies to many, many aspects of the game. And I think Treyarch's doing a very, very good job. It's not going to be perfect. Don't get me wrong. I don't think it's going to be perfect because what they've done is they've gone from a model that people have screamed bloody murder and have attempted to sort of bring it back on track. So we're not speeding. We're not a bullet train in Japan just friggin' taking off and just zinging to the friggin' future here. They're in correction mode. So what they're trying to do, and they're trying to bring some of the aspects back. So they're in correction mode, bringing it back and trying to get that train back. But if it's successful, then you can be almost guaranteed, as long as they follow that format and don't stray off again, but keep that train going, then the next game after Black Ops, hopefully Black Ops 2. Oh, that would be so good. But they won't be making the next one anyway. I think, I can't remember who it's going to be. Sledgehammer? I don't know, someone like that. Anyway, to keep that going, then we're going to see some really solid improvements. Oh, and one last thing I wanted to talk about. I know I'm rambling on. I apologize. Perk system. Now, I've heard some people whine and complain about the perks. Oh, why didn't you know, I'm really disappointed. You're basically using all the same perks. Nothing's changed. Well, number one, first of all, many aspects have changed in terms of the perk system altogether. Number two, you don't want a complete overhaul of the perks. The perks are fine. You don't change something that's not broke. If there's a certain group or certain number of perks that are fine and the community likes them and uses them once in a while and uses them appropriately, then why would you change them? Why risk? Why get rid of things that most of the community likes? It doesn't make sense to do that. So for those of you harping about, and I read it more than once, I read people like, oh, you know, you should have completely overhauled. With what? With completely random ones, roll the dice and everyone goes, wow, these perks absolutely suck. What they've done is they fixed it. They got rid of Juggernaut and Stopping Power so that there's no imbalance in terms of killing abilities and they can focus strictly on the weapons. Again, it's all about balance and order. So they got rid of the Juggernaut and everything like that, and they perfected things like Hacker. So not only, you know, before you would have it so that, what is it, Bomb Squad, where you'd be able to go in and you'd see a Claymore, you'd see C4, you'd be able to see these things. But now, they've tweaked it, so you don't need to change it. Bomb Squad is a great idea. Why take it out? It doesn't make sense. It's great for things like Search and Destroy. You want to be careful. You have one life. You want to have, if you're on offense, you want that Bomb Squad on so that you can go in there and the defense team, you can manipulate it. But they've gone one step further, which I think is absolutely brilliant, where you can sabotage, I guess sabotage is kind of the word. You change it from an enemy-controlled, say, sentry gun, you hack it, and all of a sudden it becomes your sentry gun. And the dude that actually originally put it down, knowing usually where it is, because I know where I put my sentry guns, maybe we'll go back and be like, oh, I'm going to go back there and protect it, see if someone's trying to hack it. Next thing you know, it's killing them. I think that's absolutely brilliant. I think it's an amazing addition. So it's these little tweaks, and the fact that they're tweaking the perk system, that's all they need to do. They don't need to remove it and give completely new ones. Anyone, and again, that's my opinion, but my opinion is better than yours. No, it's not. Whatever. Anyway, it doesn't really matter. You see what I'm saying, though? It doesn't make sense to completely revamp something if the entire thing is not broken. It's like if you brought your car into the garage and you had some oil gaskets wrong or a couple of components wrong, you fix it, or do you go out and buy an entire new friggin' car? Come on, you fix the damn thing, especially if it's a Ferrari. If I had a Ferrari, I would fix it. I wouldn't replace it. Anyway, I'm Guns for Hire from NextGenTactics. Peace!